It's a smoky Thursday night in a crowded London bar, and Sierra Reid is clutching a mic, heart thudding. She's about to spill her most embarrassing secret, her decade-old crush on Tristan Spencer, live in front of a packed room. The moment feels as brutal as any boss fight she's faced in her game development career. But then the moderator drops a bombshell. Next up, Tristan Spencer. Sierra freezes. How did her greatest crush just become her ultimate challenge? This isn't just a public speaking nightmare. It's a full-on emotional power-up quest, and the rules, not in the handbook. Sierra's trembling voice is barely audible at first. Getting on stage to talk publicly is her biggest beast yet, but forcing herself out of the shadows is step one of any winning streak. Sierra chose the local bar's diary slam to practice for a huge European gaming pitch. She reads her cringeworthy college journal entries about Tristan Spencer, her crush whose name still makes her cheeks burn. The crowd laughs, and Sierra feels exposed yet alive. Then Tristan enters the scene, live and uninvited, flicking Sierra's world upside down. The slam transforms from practice into a life-shaking moment. Think of fear like the boss levels in a game Sierra designs. Terrifying at first, but always learnable with practice and strategy. Each stage challenges your reflexes, attention, courage. You don't defeat fear by avoiding it, you beat it by playing through. Sierra's slam is her practice campaign before the true game launch of her career and life. By the end of that night, Sierra isn't just a developer who codes games. She's proven she can level up emotionally. Vulnerability becomes her secret weapon. This moment cracks open her world for deeper connections, including seeing Tristan and Alfie in a new light, hinting the real growth isn't in the game, but in playing with heart. Sierra's old journals are more than embarrassing nostalgia. They're a mirror reflecting how she's been misplaying the game of love and friendship for years. The return of Tristan sparks more than butterflies. It rips open old wounds and questions. For years, Sierra's replayed scenes of Tristan, crafting an idealized love quest that's never really answered her calls. This fixation blinded her to Alfie, her college classmate and bar owner whose support was the real power-up waiting in plain sight. When Tristan re-enters, that old pattern flares up, but so does a growing doubt. Maybe she's misclicking, chasing the shiny NPC while the real ally stands right there. A crush can be a deceptive game mechanic, the kind that confuses you with flashy graphics but no real XP reward. Like a red herring quest that wastes your time, it tricks you into ignoring the NPCs who actually help you level up emotionally and strategically. Sierra's story shows how misreading motivations can stall your entire campaign. As Sierra leans into friendship with Alfie, she discovers healing and an unexpected love that feels like a secret cheat code. Her journey flips from solo grind to co-op mode, where connection, honesty, and heart lead to a power surge no fantasy crush ever delivered. Sometimes the best win is rewriting your game plan. For Sierra, public speaking is a dreaded boss battle she never trained for, and yet it's exactly what her career demands. But what if she reframed the fear and flipped the script? Sierra targets the local diary slam, a quirky open mic where story-hungry strangers gather as her practice arena. It feels raw and risky, nothing like a polished tech pitch, but the informal chaos gives her room to experiment, fail, and learn. It's an unorthodox strategy, but it's exactly the sandbox mode she needed to build confidence and develop her authentic voice. Think of nerves like the jittery power surge when you approach a game's final boss. That adrenaline surge isn't your enemy, it's game energy waiting to be channeled. Sierra stops fighting the pulse and lets it fuel her performance, turning fear's electricity into an electrifying set that connects deeply with the crowd. Through her stories, a jumble of awkward crushes, embarrassing journal entries, and raw honesty, Sierra discovers storytelling is her secret command. Her voice emerges not as perfect, but as real and magnetic. It's the human story behind the developer that wins hearts, unlocks doors, and rewrites the narrative of what success sounds like. When Tristan walks into the same bar where Sierra spilled her secrets, the lines between past and present blur. Reconnection is messy, and sometimes it's the key to real breakthroughs. The moment Tristan arrives at the diary slam, Sierra's confession turns from a one-sided tale into shared, unpredictable terrain. Their decade-old history bubbles up but now glances with warmth, awkwardness, and a surprising hint of mutual understanding. Tristan's presence complicates Sierra's narrative, forcing her to reevaluate who she is and what she really wants. That old crush, frozen in time, dissolves when faced with Tristan's real, flawed self. It's like updating a dated game patch. Suddenly, the rosy graphics fade to complex textures, making the character richer but decidedly less ideal. This encounter rewires Sierra's emotional software, prompting her to reboot her assumptions about love and desire. The clash of nostalgia and present feelings pushes Sierra to choose: cling to a scripted fantasy or embrace the messy, evolving truth of connection. It's this collision that propels her toward maturity, recognizing that real relationships require ongoing quests, not just past save points. After all the stages, fear, crushes, speeches, and reconnecting, Sierra's finally learning the biggest lesson. The best strategy might be the one her heart's been whispering all along. Sierra's game design background taught her all about tactics and power moves, but her journey reveals something else. When she starts listening to her heart instead of brute-forcing scenarios, the gameplay changes. Strategy bends, emotions guide. She sees Alfie's kindness not as a backup plan, but as the main quest line worth exploring, signaling a shift from cold calculation to heartfelt play. Alfie steps up like an underrated co-op partner in a tough raid, steady, supportive, and genuinely invested. Unlike Tristan's dazzling but distant allure, Alfie's consistent presence becomes her real power-up, transforming the game from solo grind to joyful collaboration. This partnership teaches Sierra that vulnerability can be a strength, not a weakness. Ultimately, Sierra crushes the old rules about love and success. She learns that winning in life isn't about hitting the highest score or collecting the fanciest loot. It's about playing authentically, embracing imperfection, and rewriting your playbook to follow the rhythms of your own heart. And that, more than any game mechanic, is the ultimate power-up. Remember that cramped London bar where Sierra's nightmare started? She didn't just face her fears, she rewrote her whole approach to life and love. Crushing it isn't about flawless wins or perfect plans. It's about showing up, stumbling, and tapping into the heart of your own story. So next time your inner critic roars or your hands shake before that tricky talk, try this. Treat fear like a game boss you can learn from. Look for your real co-op partners, and let your authentic story shape the outcome. Playing by your heart, that's the ultimate win. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.